Well, if you're thinking about buying roses for someone special, it might cost you a little extra. Our Frankie Catafaias explains tonight how riots in Ecuador are straining flower inventories here in Idaho.
We just didn't have roses for about 2 weeks. All of our roses come from Ecuador.
Casey Wagner, owner of Going Bloom, a high-end wholesale flower distributor, says Ecuadorian roses make up nearly half of her floral imports. So when the riots in Ecuador delayed her usual shipment, she had to act fast.
We pivoted and we went, okay, let's just do all fall stuff.
Cars being overturned, ambulances destroyed, buildings set on fire. It was mainly the rose farms that got affected more than anything.
Paul Bodley, a sales director for EC Flowers and More, paints a picture of the riots he witnessed while working with flower farmers in Quito, Ecuador.
Not only did the indigenous population come into the city, they also went to the farms. So basically no farm could get their trucks out with the flowers to the airport.
And any flower shipments that did make it to the airport didn't make it to their final destination.
All the airlines were closed, so they couldn't fly the boxes out of the country to the States.
In Boise, Julie Brown, owner of Bloom's Flower Studio, says the riots could have affected her at the retail level, but with 34 years in the business, she's prepared for anything.
Things don't always work out the way we expect them to, and especially in the flower business. I don't just order from one source because things like this can happen.
With the riots ending Monday, Casey says everything her distributors had harvested had to be destroyed and a new shipment was reharvested. As for the country,
everything's back to normal. The farms are working, all the farms are open. All the rioters, they went back. They're not in Quito anymore.
Frankie Catafaias, 6 on your side.
Now, Ecuador is not the only country florists can source roses from. Colombia and California are some alternatives as well. Shipments should be back on track next week.